Hello everyone, and welcome back to Solasta Crown of the Magister. I might have introduced the last one as Baldur's Gate 3. I really might have. Anyhow, let's pick up the loot that we have found from the resolution of that great big fight we had, where we are awkwardly going to shuffle around our 6 heroes standing around here. We've got rations, we've got money, we've got poison, a poisonous spine, arrows, and commoner's clothes. I'm going to leave the commoner's clothes. I don't think we need heaps of those. Now, where is the rest of the loot? There's some up here. Let's just send one person. Let's send Kite, because they're nice and athletic. Now, last time, after the end of that large fight, we do now have enough XP to level up, but we cannot do that. Scroll of Identify. We cannot do that without a long rest first, which is an interesting rule decision on the developer's part. I'm sure it is one that is recommended or presented as an option in the player's handbook. It's just not one that I've ever played with, although most of the games that I've played in have milestone leveling, so the big levels kind of come on a rest after a big event anyway. But this is quite the maze. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like anything is extra well trapped or concerned to us. Corrosive arrows. Deals 1d6 acid damage or save for half. It's very interesting. And we have this great big wide open space. Ladders over to the left. Nothing, it seems, over to the right. And here I am, stuck in the middle with wizards. Let's get the rest of the party over here. Hopefully they'll do so in a manner where they don't fall and get injured. I'm hoping the path over here is one of relative safety at least. In whatever strange organised order they want to arrive. There's a path over there to the right, a ladder over here to the left. Did somebody fall? I think Faith fell because she was being cautious. Now, let's get Kite. Can we get up here? We can. Not sure what we could find, but I'm going to go investigate anyway. And it seems to be just a spot for various scouts to stand on the opposing side, so we'll hop back down and see what else we can discover in this strange and awful place. And what I also might do, I keep forgetting about all the little things that can and can't be done. After that, we've all kind of taken some damage in different places, and so we do have short rest available to us. And whilst we can't take infinite short rests, we can just decide who wants to spend hit points when. So we'll start a short rest. It's going to be at least 1 hour's time on this rocky overhang. And Kite's going to roll a d10, get back 6 HP. Faith will roll a d8, get back 6 HP. And Pastel gets back 4. I don't think we need to roll the second ones. This is only missing 6. This is missing 3. Let's roll the extra one. I'd rather be strong now. And our wizard can arcane recovery for sure. Get back a spell slot. Also forgot that was something that was available to us. And now that we've done that, let's progress. Can't go over on this rocky outcropping to the left. Can't see anything up there. That's just kind of empty space. Cliff edge to the left there. Bunch of supplies or something far grosser? We shall investigate. Goblin hair fungus. Sure. It's ours now. I wonder how the crafting in this game, how much benefit it will be to us to take advantage of regularly. Kite, you're the athletic one. Very good. Cash, cash, cash. Mushrooms, scimitars, and rations. Why can't I take these gold pieces? Is it because this is at 99 and it won't go over 99 into 3 digits? No? Just some kind of bug perhaps. Or I'm doing something wrong, which I conceive is entirely possible. And lots of extra toing and froing to make platforms for the rest of the gang. Now, is this actually our destination route, or is this just... Interesting. We have no way of making that jump. Is there some way we could pull this down? Otherwise, I'm not sure how we get over here. If we get over here at all. What a mystery. Because Kite is definitely the strongest, which means he'll have the highest jumping distance. But we will leave that to be a mystery. We pillaged the mushrooms over there, so let's carry on up the center. Oh look! A loading zone.
We're safe. We still have to go back to Caer Kiflin.
The road isn't far.
I suppose we'll meet again in Caer Kiflin. Are you good to return by yourselves?
Of course.
Sure.
Alright. And the escort mission is complete. Do we have to make our way back down the cliffside out front? No, it's just going to let us get to the fast travel system. So we're going to be going back to Caer Kiflin. That's going to be a couple of days travel. And... oh, I missed this. We have 26 units of food. How much food your party carries? You need 1 unit per character per long rest. I'm glad I've spotted that. That's going to make making long rest decisions far easier. We'll travel at a normal pace. I've got no problem with that. We find some rations. We play with some stones. We pray. And we get to level up. How exciting. So, is this level 3, level 4? I can barely even remember. Level 3. So, as a level 3 paladin, we've gained 9 hit points. We have 1 additional hit die to spend. And we select and swear our sacred oath that binds us as a paladin forever. We can use our channel divinity actions once between rests. So, we need to pick a sacred oath. The Oath of Devotion comes with some spells, and we have Channel Divinity Sacred Weapon. You bless one weapon. For 1 minute, you add your Charisma modifier to hits with that weapon. The weapon also emits bright light over 4 cells and dim light over 4 more. Its attacks count as magical. And Channel Divinity to force fiends and undead within 6 cells of you to flee. And at higher levels, 7th level, our friendly creatures in our aura cannot be charmed while we are conscious. Oath of the Motherland, Fiery Wrath, Channel Divinity to target 1 creature within 12 cells, dealing 2d6 plus paladin level fire damage and setting the target on fire. You can make a dex check to put the fire out or sustain 1d6 more fire damage per turn for 1 minute. Channel Divinity, Fiery Presence. Opponents within 12 cells who fail a dex save to become blinded. Creatures with dark vision or better sight in darkness have disadvantage. Blindness lasts 1d4 turns. And our aura gives fire resistance and +1 AC. And the Oath of Termar. We have various spells. We gain the Temerian language, which is a bonus. Channel Divinity to gain advantage on persuasion and intimidation checks for 1 hour. Channel Divinity Scourge of the something. Channel Divinity to deal 1d6 additional radiant damage on attacks which hit opponents with either natural shapeshifting or dark vision, 2d6 if both. Lasts for 1 minute. And our aura gives superior dark vision and +2 perception. I think here I'm going to go with Oath of Devotion. We can bless ourselves and have higher damage for a minute and emit light for our dark visionless friends. We can turn the undead and the unholy. Do we want that? I'm going to ponder for a second. No, I've changed my mind. We're going to go with Oath of the Motherland, because I think this 2d6 plus Paladin fire damage is not something that can be saved against. It can make a save to put the fire out, but the 2d6 plus Paladin level damage is going to be really good if we need some guaranteed damage on something. And the +1 AC to creatures in our aura plays nicely with our defensive reaction that we have. So we'll go Oath of the Motherland. Then let's do Faith. I think that's going to be an interesting decision. We get our Roguish archetype at level 3. That's all the higher level stuff. We don't need to worry about that. So we can take Thief, which seems kind of bland. The Dark Weaver, proficient with the Poisonous Kit. Climbing no longer costs extra movement and difficult surfaces are considered normal. And Predator, when hitting an enemy on lower ground with a ranged weapon, you add your proficiency bonus to the damage. So that gives us a reason to look for high places. And at 9th level we get Poisonous. When we hit with a melee weapon and deal at least 1 point of damage, your target must make a con save DC 13, or they will be poisoned for 1 hour and take an additional 2d6 damage. That's pretty cool. And Shadowcaster. Cast wizard spells and cantrips from the Divination, Illusion, Necromancy, and Abjuration schools. As a bonus action, teleport to a cell you can see within 5 cells, recharges after a rest. And at higher levels, if you are targeted by a damage spell when you take damages or not, we can cast a cantrip in reaction. I think that sounds like a lot of fun, particularly the shadow dodge that's going to let us kind of jump around and make sneak attacks and stuff. So let's try Shadowcaster. And that means, of course, we have to pick cantrips and spells. For cantrips, what do we want? Not True Strike. It's traditionally not very good. Dazzle seems like an interesting choice. Is it a full action? Lowers its AC and prevents reaction till the start of its next turn. Cannot take reactions and has -2 armor class penalty. Also, is this intelligence as a modifier? I'm going to guess so for a rogue. So let's try Dazzle. Shadow Dagger. Launches an illusionary dagger that causes psychic damage with a range of 24. Instant wisdom saving throw. 1d8 psychic damage. And Shadow Armor is just kind of temporary hit points over and over and over again. Let's take Chill Touch as a long distance. No, we'll take Shadow Dagger because nobody else has it yet. And the target sees an illusional bee harassing them and has disadvantage on concentration checks. I'm going to take this just because nobody else has it yet, and who knows how difficult spellcasters might be to deal with in the future. As for spells, we don't need Detect Magic or Identify or Comprehend Language. That's kind of covered by the rest of the party. We don't want Mage Armor, as we're going to be wearing armor because we're proficient with it. So we'll take Shield, keep ourselves a little bit more alive. False Life. Gain a few temporary hit points for a limited time. Color Spray. Spray a luminous cone game that blinds stuff. 3d6 I assume that's roll 3d6 and hit points up to that value will be affected by the spell, which doesn't seem like a lot. But hey, I don't think I'm going to take Protect from Good and Evil. So let's take Colour Spray, let's take False Life, and not dwell on it too much, otherwise I'll be here all day. Pastoral the Cleric, what do you get? 8 hit points, and we gain a first level spell slot and 2 second level spell slots. Of course, we get second level spell slots. And so now we can prepare those, but let's level up Gothic first. We now have 23 hit points, and we too get those spell slots. So let's see what second level spells are now available to us. So we have to pick 2 to add to our spell book. We have Acid Arrow is going to be 4d4 plus 4 acid damage, typically. Yep. Blindness makes stuff blind. Blur makes us hard to hit. Darkness creates an area of magical darkness that nothing can see in. Dark Vision gives us the Dark Vision trait because we don't have it as a human, although Dark Vision does not allow you to see through the darkness created by the darkness spell. A Flaming Sphere summons a movable burning sphere, but we have to concentrate on that to keep it in place. Hold Person paralyzes a humanoid if they fail a save. Invisibility makes something invisible. Knock magically opens a lock. Levitate allows us to float up and down. A magic weapon. A non-magical weapon becomes a +1 weapon for up to 1 hour, but we must concentrate on it. Misty Step lets us teleport around. Ray of Enfeeblement. Weaken an enemy so they deal less damage for 1 minute with weapons that use strength. Scorching Ray. Fire 3 bolts of... Fling rays of fire at 1 or more enemies. I think it's 3 motes to start with for 2d6 per mote. See Invisibility, Shatter, and Spider Climb. This is very interesting because things like Spider Climb are totally out of the realm of Baldur's Gate 3, and so there could be some huge benefits here. So I'm going to take Shatter, as it's a classic area of effect damage spell. And we only get to pick 1 more, which is so tough. I think I'm going to go with Spider Climb, because that intrigues me. And then let's see what Pastel gets to prepare for second level spells. We know Blindness and Ray of Enfeeblement from our domain, and we can pick 6 spells to prepare in total. Now, I'm not really using Shield of Faith. So we have Aid gives temporary hit points. Blindness causes blindness. Calm Emotions stops allies from being charmed, frightened, or makes enemies indifferent. Enhance Ability means that you get a bonus to some kind of check, whether Strength, Dex, Charisma, Intelligence, Wisdom. Find Traps, spot mechanical and magical traps, but not natural hazards. Hold Person again. Lesser Restoration removes a detrimental condition such as poisoned, blinded, those kinds of things. Prayer of Healing will do 2d8 plus spellcasting modifier healing for everyone in the group. Spiritual Weapon lets you summon a weapon that fights for you, lasts for 1 minute, and is a bonus action, which is really good. I'm really happy to see that. Silence I don't want. I'm going to drop Cure Wounds because we have Healing Word and plenty of other healing. And for now, let's also take Lesser Restoration should we need it. Removes 1 random occurrence of these conditions. Blinded, paralyzed, diseased, poisoned. Interesting that it's random. Alright, you tricked me. Let's take Hold Person. Drop Aid. I didn't realise that had been selected. If I selected it a moment ago, that means I'm just not paying enough attention. And let's take... There's only 6 spells we can take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'm just not able to count, which is fine. What do we want? Fine, we'll take Prayer of Healing because we've dropped Cure Wounds. And then Kite does not have any new spells available to them because they're only a half caster. And Gothic would now have our 2nd level spell slots, so let's drop Burning Hands for Shatter. And we'll lose Sleep for Spider Climb whilst we're moving through town and such. So we resume our journey. We're finding a lot of food. We rest again. Don't need to prepare spells because we just did that. They'll all be the same. And then that will reach us to our destination. So unless there's a cutscene that's going to play as soon as we get into this town, we will probably wrap up there. Nope. Here we are, back in town. We can go and sell a bunch of our stuff, hand in quests, find new quests, and see if our options are going to open up to us now that we've kind of completed that first thread. So join me next time and we'll see what comes next. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or pressing that like button. And if you have any questions or comments, put them below and I will endeavour to answer each and every one of them. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Cheers.